Hello everyone, welcome to Hitman Gauntlet. We are here in a show match today. This is between Nezuko-chan and Soviet Dubov, handily just known as Soviet in this particular game. Co-casted today by Joker J. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, busy day. Busier still because I'm as I've said, adminning this game as well as doing the cast. So I'm sure it'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, it'd be plenty busy, but it's what I like to see. So, yeah, we've got a say so race coming up first on season 3. Which you we were just discussing before the cast began. You ran this yesterday, I believe, or the day before. One of them.
Or the day before. It's all blurred in my
It
memory
was
now, to be
very
honest.
late, so I was going to say it's kind of hard to remember. Um,
Yeah, it was.
yeah, I mean, I believe we've actually got Xbox v Xbox here as well, rather than PC versus PC. And I don't know how easy the say-so race is on console. And I'm a PC player myself, so can't say I'm familiar with the strats. I know you were struggling a little bit with Dubai just because of the snap on
Yeah.
to Marcus. I think is just a little bit more awkward.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
just lots of things. So,
Uh,
just the aspect of it makes it a lot harder as you be able to guess really. And yeah, we talk about like the console as console. I don't think it makes much difference. I just think the shots are just generically slower, kind of thing when you're on console.
yeah. Either way, we've got the race will be starting in just 5 seconds time now. So let's see how this goes. I'm not familiar with either players as far as say so runs goes. Of course, I'm familiar with both players from casting like rivals and things like that. Yeah, can't say I'm familiar with their other work. I don't know if you have much knowledge of these guys, but either
No,
way,
and early on we see Nezuko starting with a flash grenade, implying that he does not have the magnesium pouch for a quick Marcus, so you'll have to wait a little bit before getting that shot off for it to detonate. So that's already like, noticeably a time loss in that sense. Also, so the magnesium pouch detonating on impact.
yeah. I mean, let's see how it works. Soviet, we've just seen had issues on his first attempt there. There'll be a restart coming in pretty much straight away.
Yeah, on console, load times aren't the greatest sometimes either. Um, Yeah, I think he's going for the slightly shorter Dubai, of course, generically blown up as it is. So, a 10-second cruise shot doesn't mean much if you keep resetting at the end of the day. And here we are from Zuko going to be, as I said, waiting for that flash grenade to pop off.
Yeah, and I think Nezuko's game might have just crashed.
Flash
Stream
grenade's
has
OP,
crashed.
what?
Yeah, that flashbang went off so
um,
hard it has crashed their game client. Uh, Soviet looks like he's going for the like super crazy like panic everyone
yeah.
uh, really quick strat, which I didn't know worked with say so.
Yeah, it's just common red guns effect. So you have to shoot very quickly. If a sniper and make sure it's as it is. So yeah, I think we saw game crash from Nezuka there as he is just now restarting this game. So yeah, he should have to start again. Judging by Soviets continuous rips. It hopefully won't make much of a difference.
Yeah, I've just had a DM as well from Nezuko. The link that they were sent to indicate the start of the spin was actually broken, which is something I need to report to Curry. Uh, I forgot their name includes a space, and by default, his link didn't include that space, unfortunately. So they might be a little bit behind, but they seem to know when to start roughly. Anyway, of course, it was just at the start of the hour. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate for Nezuka there with a game crash and a little bit of a delay. Anyway, I'm just going to report this bug to Corey real quick as well.
Yeah, we see Soviet finally keeping going under that initial panic. you're doing the standard shots here to like turn everyone around, and panic more people so you can get the successful snipe shots onto Cole, Marcus respectively, but does get combat from one of the guards on the upper floor. So that's gonna be another reason. So yeah, now do you just bite the bullet and go for the slow strat here?
Yeah, and we're already nearly, well, 3.5 minutes in, actually, pretty much exactly. And yeah, we're still in Dubai, which by now I was expecting us to almost be out of Dartmoor, to be perfectly honest. But as you said, it's not always the easiest to do on a console, this speedy run here. Nezuko looks good. Yeah, and that was green
Yeah,
guns on exit, so they'll be progressing. They're the first ones to get out of Dubai.
the flashbang not crashing his game this time, which was good to see. So yeah. Then moving on to Dartmoor next. Again, same with Dubai, is generally one of the other quicker ones. But again, it's only really train on the Sasso if you have the strats right. Something like Boza can be like the longest map, excluding train, as you know how that map is. But yeah, Soviet just going for this Chris strat, not really working out much. And again, on a map like Dubai, you can just take the safer, slightly longer strats. Not much of a time loss, but it's a time save if you just continue to keep ripping on the quick strat.
Yeah, the more you know. I must. I'm not a big. I'm not a big say-so runner. It has to be said. So my knowledge is fairly limited. In truth, so I'm glad you're here actually, because you can provide all this lovely insight to us. Yeah, this is but now at the very least looking very good for Nezuko. Yeah, flying away. If Soviet continues to struggle with the quick Dubai he's going for here, he just keeps getting instant red guns here and spending a lot. He's spending a lot of time when you include the restarts and things, uh, trying to get this strat to work. Whereas by now he probably could have just done the safer strat, as you said, that we saw Nezuko do. Would have been out by now. Yeah, I mean, I've never actually seen this, what Soviet's doing here, so I'm not entirely sure what's even happening. It just looks like a lot of crazy pistol shots, sniper shots, just panicking basically everyone in the whole map.
That is basically what the strat is. Of course, you get Marcus into a sensible position where his guards turned around, then of course shoot Marcus here. And that's at a point where both of the two guards are not facing him. But as we saw, Soviet, the Marcus kill isn't always consistent, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Nezuko has got the kill onto Alexa with the slightly slower strat, but again works out, pays off as he does get it. Now he has to go to the exit. This can be a bit of a finicky area in terms of getting out on.
Yeah, nice grab on the butler. Be extra careful in exiting the mission, which
Has coin as well to make it a little bit quicker.
I was going to say, just playing it
Yeah,
a little bit
nice
safer
damage
and
there.
perfectly reasonable. Even going to go with a BM coin toss right at the end, because why not? And yeah, so that is Nezuko heading over to Berlin now. I had to try and remember the storyline. Couldn't remember the order. Yeah, Berlin, which I believe what we're looking at, just over a minute, maybe a minute and a half if you play it sort of safe. That generally the say-so
Yeah,
timings, yeah.
yeah, something around that. You usually start here, do a quick way, pick up a sniper. That's usually the most common stash. Run up to the roof, get green, do the full objects respectively on Darrenport and Swan. After that, is usually just a snipe onto both Thames and Remain, of course, and just knock out the delivery guy, take his keys, and escape. But that can have some slight issues to it in terms of timings and that. So definitely one that you have to be quick on Berlin.
I'm not trying to be a bad caster. I'm just quickly reporting bugs to Corey still.
Yeah, we've seen Nezuko here having a bit slight issue. The security guard that sits down did hear the knockout onto the guard below. Was investigating and getting an unfortunate unconscious witness, so that will be a slight restart there. Again, Soviet's still struggling with this quick to buy, so it's gonna be interesting to see when or if he does decide to change up. Of course, it being a RTA run as well, you know, this loading time wait might not even be worth it here because you know you're waiting some of the cutscene have that ability to do the run, whereas if you do like the strap we saw Nezuko do the can be like around 27 seconds, you lose no time to the cutscene. So in reality, in terms of RTA, they're probably around the same time. So while they might be quicker in the rating screen, they might not be quicker in the grand scheme of things in an RTA.
Yeah, I think Nezuko, yeah, definitely seems to be going for a more careful Berlin say so hit. I
Yeah,
had to guess they just seems to be almost going down the roulette strat. To be honest, as
yeah,
long
yeah,
as
be
it
doing a
works.
banner.
I'm not sure why they've thrown a coin down there to
That
Davenport.
Yeah, Davenport, he does walk under that, but there's a short time where you have to know, really. And so it's understandable as why for a coin to make it slightly easier. Not going for the disco ball kill, but I think he should go for the pro little gas canisters there, possibly. On Swan there. Of course, if you shoot it, Swan will smoke and kill himself. With that. Yeah, just go getting banner as he comes up the stairs here.
Soviet again, just struggling to get this strat to work here. Screaming internally, I just want him to swap this strat here because it's just not working out.
United in Soviet, of course, is going to be getting spotted by a like guard there, so I'm guessing we'll have to have more careful placement where he puts 47 to do that double shot into that gas canister. So yeah, after we see Nezuko has a nice shot mind here. Of course, going to be on a slower Berlins, but after that kill on Swan, I'm guessing he'll move to the delivery guy, then probably Thames after that. You know, Thames being a slightly one of the freer targets on Berlin and one of the, if not the easiest to get from that position. Of course, with Davenport being dead, you won't be around that time to do the right lure onto him.
Yeah, we're just currently in somewhat of a lull here, just while we see both players. Oh, not quite struggling actually, but just plodding along with the mission they're currently on. Nezuko had a couple of failures on, possibly even just one actually. Getting
Yeah,
ahead of
just
myself. But yeah, it's just plodding along. Sort of. Yeah, I just wish I could tell Soviet to top strat. Is basically what's happening currently. As much as I have to say, I love that he's attempting it. You know, it's adding an extra layer to the gameplay if you can pull it off. But love to see just see him progress and show us what he's got in some of the other maps as well. Sure, we'll get there sooner or later. Just doesn't seem to be every single run when he gets it to work. He just seems to have one thing that doesn't quite right for him. At that time, it looked
yeah.
like Marcus just wasn't playing ball at all.
Yeah, Nezuko this time did get Swan off in a position where he will not get spotted. It might have to be a bit careful now with the delivery guy here with everyone being panicked. But yeah, he's gonna drop a snail, which is that's the idea there. And watch out for the cameras as well. You can just easily avoid them. He does want to shoot it out, while the delivery guy will get knocked out by the snail.
Zuko definitely playing this extra careful now. Just gonna wait for Thames to underneath the crane. Could just shoot. We can see from the minimap there. Could just shoot. Got a bit early actually. Could be able to
Yeah.
shoot Lowenthal through the window based on the current timing.
Yeah, no, all can just wait and shoot them respectively. He has to be careful because one of the screw guards has seen it. So probably will get ripped from shooting here. Yeah, so yeah, Lowenthal is probably the nicer option here. Of course, Thames is going to absolutely run over here and probably get insta combat, being in a trespassing area with gun out as well. No, it should be fine. So yeah, a bit of whoosh, but in the panic state of these guards, they won't go investigate it, so it might just be sensible just to wait it out here. Try not to do anything silly.
And somehow that worked. Yeah, that looked green guns. Yeah, that's green guns.
Yeah. And we finally see a change up of strat from Soviet here. I'm going to be going with a slightly stronger strat, as I said earlier. In terms of RTA, a strat like we saw from Nezuko is not much different to what we saw from Soviet, just purely based on the fact that he has to wait cutscene initially, which would then cause add-ons to RTA. Um, so much of a difference. We'll be getting this kill to um,
Oh, and he's
And
missed.
Marcus, but yeah, Cal's gone here. He'll be locking it down, but it's not salvageable here. Just has to bring that magnesium pouch or something just to make it a little bit quicker and get Marcus straight away.
Yeah, so just as we see Nezuko load into to Chongqing, we're in Soviet with another buy reset here. Uh, well, we're a third of the way into the spin. We've got 30 minutes left. Say spin, that's probably not the right term here. Into the race. 50 minutes into the race. Let's see what happens here. I'm not even too sure on the Seiso strats or all the options that you can use there, but Nezuko going for
Yeah,
the default start. Well, the normal start, not quite the
do
storyline
the data call.
default start. Yeah, not the train station start. That would be crazy. But yeah, I'm guessing they're just going to go for a quick hush while he's talking to. Well, while he's sort of semi-isolated anyway. I know
Yeah,
you can gun flash Mogwai, can't you? And then poke him in the back with some injected poison.
or
It
even
looks
just
like they're
knock
going
out
to go for
Mogwai as well.
yeah. It looks like they're going to go for 5 drone shots here, but controller aim doesn't make that
Yeah,
the
it's hard.
easiest of
Yeah,
tasks. Yeah, and to be honest, I'm almost impressed that you can even do it with the accuracy that you do, because from a PC perspective, using a controller is just that alien to me that I wouldn't have a single chance of getting a single one of these, let alone 5. Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to go for the 5 drones. It'll be a prox bomb at the bottom of the stairs. I think was the strat I can remember. I don't know if that's still the fastest. In fact, I know it's not the fastest actually, because I saw a video from Johnny X
yeah.
with like an exceptional 30 something second run, which frankly is just absurd. Just how good that is. And Soviet, he managed to pull the strat off finally, and Marcus was also hit by the snail, and he was seen by the
Oh,
guards before they got
um,
knocked out. So going to force another restart because he kept his red guns after the kill.
yeah, and talking about the career strats. I think the more generic now Chongqing is around the 40-50 second strat from balcony start. Of course, unpacking your sniper straight away and Junior Jones get Imogen walking, then climb up the pipe gun to the top of that neon sign thing, looking down Hush and doing the respective shots to get him killed, and then of course doing that wallbang shot onto Imogen for trank him on the guards that will come up to investigate and escape him right there. And that's if you need to be well practiced, of course it's very easy to miss that wallbang shot onto her. But yeah, we've seen Nezuko finally get all 5 drones down, switch into the SMG, which does make it a bit easier.
Yeah, I believe Matty was doing the sniper snap you just mentioned against you in your match.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had quite a few attempts at that, but yeah, when you pull that off, it does look both impressive for style points, and it is reasonably fast as well, of course. So
Yeah,
always
it
good.
is quicker.
Soviet looks like he's in for yet another replan here. I believe he had an injected poison in his inventory there, and a poison as well. Not
Okay.
sure why. Consumed poison seems a touch strange. I'm not sure if there's something I've missed there, but there we go. There's the prox bomb from Nezuko. Gone for a ducky. Because why wouldn't you? And
Yeah, if you 5 drones, you're safe from there, really. Of course,
yeah,
I'm
her
going to be a
guard lulls that far
oh,
behind.
but no, he has red guns on it. I don't know if you shoot all 5 drones or not, which might contribute to that. If you shoot all 5 drones, you will be in a position where you can do that. Just safety, I do prefer using the remote lock. I do feel like it's easier to do in that sense, but yeah, so just has to be careful. That girl might see it. But yeah, just has to subdue her carefully here.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm still not 100% sure sort of what Soviet's going for here. I'm wondering if he's just going roulette strats. I'm still not sure what the consumed poison is for. I was hoping you might know there was, something. You're a Hitman nerd more than me. Uh, yeah, it's something, I guess, and whatever it is, I kind of hope he makes something crazy work. Just always fun. Soviet's got some really bad timing on Marcus's guard. Actually, he's really far behind him, and he's gonna have to shoot. Fortunately, he can just pop a pistol shot into the back of his head. Should be fine in terms of the timing. Oh, that's just about.
Yeah, and this is where we see Carl's gonna be an issue here now. Of course, he will be moving, so it should be interesting to see what Surrey does for Marcus, unless that's possibly why he bought the consumed, maybe. But again, that's not always consistent. We can see some slight issues in that strat. When he goes on his phone, you can have a safety just jumping up and running past him, so that's nice knowledge. Maybe there, guard will be in a nice position for.
Yeah, there's hush down again for Nezuko, so they're just going to make the long run back over. They have got all 5 drones shot, so they're straight back over to leave a prox bomb for Imogen. Yeah, we saw before they did do. They fortunately kept their red guns. See if they have more luck this time. Soviet's just realised he can't get through the door. You're not allowed to mud shot, of course. Banned in this. It's not an any percent race. Ooh, Zuko had a lot of whoosh actually on the exit there. She's died very quickly, which might be why the red
Red
guns
gun,
happened. But
yeah. Last time was instance. This time you just keep green guns. Be nervy, of course. Cars take a long time, but yeah, it's gonna be green guns next hit.
yeah, and that's very nice from Nezuko. So they're on to the second to last mission. It does include Carpathian Mountains as shown on the HUD there. Soviet is setting up a meeting. Assume that's what he's partners. Of course, one of them is dead. We'll make Carl head straight upstairs. Still can't get through this door. But climbing outside by the look of it. Yeah,
And you
these
can't
these are
climb
strats I
outside.
wasn't expecting to see.
No, this is the highest. Oh no, I think this is the highest you can go in terms of climbing. You have to go somewhere else. From my knowledge, not many people have a key card, so you have to go that indirect route up. Well, that's through the helipad area. It's got a mud shot, which I thought was allowed due to some SRT rules, but obviously, as you mentioned, they are not. Um,
Yeah,
but
I mean
still
it's
finding
it's.
mud shot in the first place.
I say you can do it in a rate. I thought it was only an any percent in for fun, but
Yeah,
I mean either way it doesn't matter because as it turns out, Soviet can't do it on this door at the moment. The easiest thing to do would be just to knock that guard out he's looking at there because he has a silent AK. Uh, in for fun, you are right actually. I don't even need to check the rules. I've just realised I admin one of these already, and you can do it because the only thing that's banned is the Trent glitch. I literally read these rules and still chose to ignore them. It's been a long day. That's all that needs saying. But yeah, it wasn't a problem anyway because I do it in the end anyway. He did get the covert assault rifle, and Nezuko, I believe, bringing a propane flask up for Don Yates, an unconventional route. Not going to use that on him. Go for the falling object. I've actually got the ARFID, just chose not to use it in the conventional sense. Going to use it on this chandelier instead. Seems all good. No unwanted attention from anyone. And yeah, I didn't see the rest of the strat. The propane was left, so I'm guessing that is going to be a drive-by because they have a breaching charge in their inventory.
Yeah, no, I did around the exact same thing. Of course, the near enough, basically the closest exit really was the Tango with Diana. So that can take a bit of time on exit and possibly a mistake that could be made. But Soviet just escaping Dubai now, it's not much of an issue in terms of Nezuko having that around 47-second wait in that animation.
Nezuko will be going for the drive-by here, and assuming he gets no NTKs, there's not too many people around, should be fine. All good, yeah, and they can head straight over to an exit. They haven't done the old look at floor. Get Diana teleport. She's probably actually panicked anyway. Can't actually see from the map, and still has enough panic actually from odds at the gate to just go and use the sports car. And yeah, that
Nice.
just leaves the Carpathian Mountains for Nezuko-chan as we see Soviet entering Dartmoor. And yeah, we've got 20 minutes left in the spin timer here, which should be more than enough time for Nezuko. If Soviet doesn't go for any crazy strats, this is definitely minutes. Seen players like Matty against yourself, Joker, where they just sort of just popped off, frankly. In terms of once you get on that sort of hot streak of map completions, it really can get things moving. Once that sort of snowball starts rolling down the hill, it really picks up speed, picks up momentum. It has worked in say-so races this very tournament before. And yeah, any start, of course, is allowed, so they can start. When Nezuko-chan has started here on the train, you don't have to start right at the very beginning in the lab. You can start here. I always forget the name of everything. Just skip a decent chunk. Yeah, it's basically a run just full of panic.
Yeah. The usual panic that we've just seen there is open the door and just shoot right where 47 is, and that only panics the one guard. You run when he turns around. There's a weird panic pattern, the fact that he just turns around and gives you that time to jump out the window, which is what commonly we see on train. But it is a hard one to grasp if you never really played it before, really.
And Soviet having some difficulties here on getting Dartmoor started off.
Yeah, has our idea here in terms of. Yeah, it works well with the little servant or the maid there. Just has to shot distraction here to just distract that mansion staff, so Alexa walks on this by herself. Gets a kill off now. She has to go to Fernsby. Of course, calm him, and when you calm him, thankfully everyone else gets panicked, so you can just running up the coin. It's just a simple exit like we saw from Nezuko. Gets the compromise from Fernsby himself, though. Just has to tuck behind that door a little bit more next time to avoid getting caught like he just did.
Yeah, and that was still one of those rips that just feels slightly stupid because he did seem to be at least somewhat in cover, but fortunately, not enough cover to make that one stick. So a rip synchronized pretty much from Nezuko-chan as well. Still having difficulty getting through the first window. By the way, is Soviet shooting those guards there actually for a purpose, or is that just because he can?
Yeah, I
Doesn't
think it's
seem to
because he can. I
serve any
know
purpose.
you can just wait a little bit of the cutscene and and do it that way. But yeah, it doesn't matter. He gets away with it in the end. That shot distraction again. All that made. Of course, you can pick up the key there. It doesn't really matter what you do, to be honest. And that made us weird in the sense that she can just see for that wall um, when Emma gets chanked.
Yeah, strange, but it works in our favor as far as speedrunning this game goes. So can't complain. And let's see if Soviet can get this second trunk off this time without the being compromised. Zuko has managed to sneak through that window, so they'll be moving on into the next
We
train carriage.
trying. Let's be careful here. I'm guessing we could see a corner subdue around the box and Fernsby. Just have to be careful. Of course, both doors are open. Of course, I think
Soviet
it's Gregory in that room there. It's just they're leaving
Soviet
there
just
and onto the
Soviet
exit.
just doesn't care. He just throws a crowbar at a man and just completely ignores social protocol. Doesn't even box the poor guy. Just leaves with caution. Quick run over to the bridge. Not quite as quick as Nezuko's strap, but speed isn't necessarily the key. That is they're moving on to Berlin, which, as we said, could only be like a minute and a half if you get like a perfect run. Well, it could be less than that even.
Yeah, I think
Nezuko doesn't seem to fully know the sort of fast say so strats, as it were, because they are going
Ooh.
for a lot of outside of the carriage action.
Yeah, there you usually just see a standard shot panic, and of course you just sprint through once all the guards panic. Has to be careful here because he's a bit late. So the guards aren't their standard thing; they're all turning around, which allows you to jump out the window. We just have to navigate around the outside the train here quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, again, it might be one of those things. Nezuko, of course, doesn't know how far ahead they actually are. But safety is not a bad idea whatsoever. Playing things sort of slow and smooth seems to be working out for them. Careful here. Yeah, heading out to the sort of, well, scary is not the right word because it's not too bad, but this is the bit where more can go wrong. Let's say when you start coming into these tougher guards, is easily combated by overloading the lights. You cell to run
Yeah,
straight on through. As long
it's
as you
it's
remember
the
to
next
grab the
carriage up.
second fuse anyway. This one here is an awkward one.
It's just this carriage here is going to be interesting what he does for as a way to get past these two guards here.
Playing it
As you
safe
know,
seems to be the way they're going about it, and to be honest, I don't blame them at all. Oh, and has a subdue glitch. Oh, and it's going to be a restart. Oh, and
that's
that sucks so much, Nezuko. I'm so sorry.
that is weird, man.
Yeah.
What game this
So
is? I think the fact that he fuse celled where he did, I reckon the guard would have been found anyway. So only knocked up with the crowbar, and you would have needed the crowbar for one of the final carriages. And so I think he would have ripped anyways. But yeah, meanwhile we see Soviet of course gonna disco ball kill off onto Swan. I'm guessing we're gonna see a sniper shot onto Tremaine next. Yeah, or just distraction to getting back into place. Definitely one of the strats here.
a triple shot, and did they miss the bricks on? Davenport as well?
I'm
I believe
guessing
so.
so if he only has 2 kills. They're gonna get a bullet shot off on Thames as well, so
Yeah, not the sort of standard run you expect to see, but again, it's a run that will work. I guess at the very least, not the quickest, but it's still progressing. And still closing the gap as well. Actually, obviously, it looked for a while like Nezuko might be our path, while Soviet might still be on Dubai if he was going for that strat. And that's 4 from 5 for Soviet. I'm guessing he might just get Lowenthal as the target.
you guys be careful here. You guys investigate it. Yeah. They just have to firm it and just run through the door if you get spotted there. Of course, you can't really wait. Yeah, for that guy's come around really.
Ooh, and Soviet with a lot of whoosh. I think you might be a couple of seconds behind, or maybe even ahead, but I think it's behind. Yeah, Soviet though had a lot of whoosh from a guard moving an SMG. And to be honest, I'm not even sure where that SMG has come from.
Perhaps that's not from Thames at least. Weird from where that's coming from at least. Yeah, we'll have to be careful with the delivery guy here now with that guy there.
And I'm yeah, still not 100% certain which fifth one they're going to go for. Lowenthal does appear to be
Landfall.
the chosen target. Yeah,
Issue with the poison jab as well. Just be careful with the 2 bikes here around him.
yeah. And again, it's a very unconventional say so route, but it's one that will work. I suppose it have to be. It's going to go blow up that bike, I think, or was going to, and then realize maybe or a sniper shot in the back of the
Yeah,
head
just
will
run.
do the job as
Gets it.
well.
Hasn't got the
In
delivery keys yet either, so there is a bit of a risk of that guard coming back downstairs with a weapon, and the guard coming outside. It's all going wrong. The Soviet here gonna get a bit of peekaboo, of course, in the biker area. The security guards won't enforce, so we could have just stood there and waited for that security guard to come forward. Of course, as we see now, no, not on the enforcer status. But yeah, that biker I was talking about earlier does find enough for that be a reset on Berlin from Soviet.
Yeah, and that was like 3 minutes, well, just over 3 minutes, and closer to 4 even. Yeah, pretty costly rip. Nezuko back at the fuse cell. Yeah, let's see if they opt for a knockout again, or if they want to throw something at that wall. Sneak by, as you said, knocking out. Oh, and oh no, too much rip. Sorry, too much bush equals a rip even. Yeah, that's a restart for Nezuko. I've also just realised the profile picture hasn't through on the overlay. I must have set their name wrong. My bad, everyone. But we can live with that. And yeah, so progress temporarily stalling, and Nezuko's struggling on Carpathian Mountains. Soviet doesn't seem to be happy with Berlin, so is going for the more conventional Davenport Green one by the look of it this run. I mean, he doesn't have to go for Lowenthal as that slightly awkward fifth target if he doesn't want to. Could just be Tremaine and Thames now. That would be his lot. Doesn't have a snail or a crystal ball or a shaman powder or anything like that to deal with the livery guy. Gonna get the guy keys early this time. Not gonna put him in the box though. He's just gonna send him over in this corner. Gonna be going for Lowenthal. And yeah, 144. 1:45 by the time it gets the quick prompt off. And yeah, that's all. I'll over to Chongqing now. See how Soviet does in Chongqing.
Yeah, no,
Which
let me see, 640 left. Is that enough RTA, especially with train up, which is actually like the normal Sasso strat we see is around 250 to 3 minutes really. So we could see that being an issue, and I can't really see Soviet, especially if he has a couple of rips with Chong while going for the strat could prove a bit of an issue here.
and just the Soviets loading in. We've got another rip from Nezuko here. And I'm not even entirely sure. Do you know roughly what the timing is for a train?
Yeah, so I think it's around when you the SA and Sasso are very similar. Of course, just the last carriage where it changed up slightly. So which adds around like 15 seconds. So yeah, it'd be just under 3 minutes, 250. So I would say if I had to put an estimate onto it. Um,
Yeah, and I've just been confirming because I have so many tabs open at the minute that I couldn't find the rule page that I left open. But I have had it confirmed that the player who gets the furthest is going to be taking the point home. It doesn't end in a tie after the time elapses unless both players are stuck on Carpathian Mountains. So it's technically
okay.
not all over for Soviet. I mean, if he can get Chongqing and Mendoza done in 5 minutes RTA, there's at least half a point still on offer. I don't think the full point will be going in Soviet's favour, but still something to fight for sure. At least if he was able to snipe one of the drones, there we go. But yeah, it's looking very much like we might be seeing the timer expire here.
Yeah, I think what we have to look out for now is Soviet. I think Soviet can get that quick run down to Chong and Dozier and just try and get to train. I think that's his one goal now to try and just force that draw out. Just so as we've seen Nezuko being on train, he will be taking the win at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm just watching Soviet. I'm not 100% sure if so. I mean, I can see Soviet's obviously going for the sniper strat. But usually by now, I was under the impression that Push would be down for a mission story.
Yeah, of course, if you shoot all 5 drones and the 2 remaining ones, they'll both meet up in the Lotus Passage. I think that's what it's called. But that
Yes.
does take a while from my knowledge, so especially with this little time left, it might not be worth it here.
Yeah, definitely not within 3 minutes anyway. I'm pretty sure the actual mission story takes like 8 minutes in game time at least. So yeah, I very much on Nezuko with him. I mean, I'm almost tempted to call this, but since I don't know the train timings, it might still be possible in 3 minutes something to happen. But with only 3 minutes left, it's almost not worth calling it early. Doesn't really accomplish much, but potentially take away an opportunity for Nezuko to actually take the win legitimately. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised we've come to train and almost got stuck here. To be honest, uh, a map no one really claims to love. It has its quirks, but generally speaking, it is not a fan favorite, and seems a perfectly reasonable opinion if you ask me. Yeah, let's see if Nezuko can finish this off anyway. And to anyone who isn't aware of where we're off to next, the map is technically still hidden, at least for the next 1 minute and 40 seconds. But we will be playing Say So Roulette, so we'll be sticking with the Silent Assassin suit only. Uh, Heading to a currently undisclosed location. Only I know. Hold all the secrets. Uh, and this is where, I mean, Soviet might feel a little bit better. I know he obviously is quite the roulette fan, as he's made very clear in the past over Discord and things like that. So that might be a little bit more up his alley. Like I said, I'm not familiar with sort of much of what Soviet does, but I mean, the Lotus Passage actually isn't as slow as I thought. Maybe I did something wrong when I did it, but who knows? Even still, it's like 4 minute in-game time before they link up. They're technically not still together, and Nezuko definitely will be finishing here. But yeah, we'll have a time expiration here, but as I said, Nezuko will be taking the point just due to the fact that they are further ahead in the race. But
Yeah,
that is as good as to call it. Yeah, I mean, Nezuko actually had a very good run up until Carpathian Mountains. And actually give the points out now. That is going to be the end of Say So Season 3 race. And yeah, so now can confirm we're heading over to Say So Roulette in Mumbai. Get
yeah.
everything set up. I'll let you talk while I get everything.
Thankfully, Dubai is, not Dubai, Jesus, Mumbai is one of the maps that, is very easy to get all three tires down in a sensible spot um, without having to like go in a chest area. Of course, you get Maelstrom straight away from Skywalk, and of course, initially the brick knockout Vanya along with Reema and two guards, and of course that would we normally just see this the snail occur with. So yeah, it could be a very nice map. Especially for Sasso Roulette, considering how straightforward the isolations in the suit can be. Of course, as it is Sasso Roulette, no size grab, so it will just be the conditions that could prove a bit challenging, especially things like the saber and stuff, which I don't know if they are banned or that, but if the saber is not banned, you get that could potentially show a bit of struggle. Of course, being in the middle of the tower with pretty hard to get to, I'd say. That could prove a bit of an issue there.
And I'm back now. I've got everything set up, so I know where we're, what we can expect to see. And just a quick note, I'll say it again just to say at the start of the spin. This is Say So Roulette. However, the current UI will show any disguise, but that isn't the case. It should be suit only, but I assume Curry had some issues or lines. I don't know. It's not my area of expertise, so yeah, all all good. Just something to note that they can't use any disguise that would completely defeat the object of the mode.
47. The street gang known as the Crows are on high alert. They seem to be on the lookout for potential assassins and will be suspicious of anyone they don't recognize. I suggest you are mindful around them in the slums. 47. Our intel suggests the Maelstrom.
And yeah, Joker. I mean, what would you like to see from Say So Roulette? I've not actually ever tried Say So Roulette myself, so
47.
something I
The Maelstrom.
struggling to sort of think of what would be sort of crazy. Uh, I'm guessing you basically want. Obviously, it has to be things that are. Uh, well, I'm saying that there's technically no strict requirements. I almost thought we were improv roulette for a second, but no, it is just Say So. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, what do you
I was
want?
I think Lars are always gonna make it interesting, of course. Maelstrom. There are some sort of ways to get pretty loud. We saw Mooper Strand real practice yesterday. where you can just do a little throw extraction straight off spawn to one of the containers. Likewise, you can always like bullet distract the two people and dump them into the normal container, or just shoot through the window, the bathroom. Which the one issue with that is that you can't do that with sniper. That's the one thing that won't work with in terms of the bathroom through the window strat, and there can be that risk of him sometimes being found. Then of course for Dawood and Vanya again, a lot of things make it interesting. Of course, with Dawood you can dump him unfortunately. Dump him straight away. But you isolate him, and Vanya can cause a bit of issues. Just to be way you isolate her, there's nothing that you can hide her in. Around her, of course, Vanya full has to be done where you use the brick floor. In the what are they called? Furnaces, whatever they're called. So yeah, some things on why the cameo is interesting, especially to only, of course, like things like the barber razor and that are just in strictly trespassing areas. Can cause might cause a bit of issues there.
I mean, yeah, 30 seconds and until the spin anyway. I, of course, can't predict what the spin wants to be because I'm the one who's just made it. But yeah, should be a good one if it plays out how I think it will. I quite like this spin actually. It's not going to be the craziest thing in the world, especially for these guys. I mean, Nezuko I think was a rookie. I want to say in Roulette Rivals 8, but I did cast a few of their games. Definitely, there's definitely talent there. But Joker, do you want to take this and give us a rundown of the spin?
Yeah, well, we have Wazir Kale, sniper rifle, Vanya Shah, beat staff, and Dawood, random pistols. So the Wazir Kale and random kill aren't that bad, but again, straight away, the big staff, of course, being an illegal item in the suit will cause a bit of issues, and it's a pretty hard thing to grab as well. So it does make it slightly interesting.
Well, surprisingly, I was just talking to In for Fun about this. So it's actually not too bad, the beak stuff, because weirdly, it does get broken down into a briefcase.
Oh, that's boring.
So yeah, it does take some of the some of the fun out of that, I guess you could say. And everyone knows where at least one beak staff is. I would say, of course, there's that one near the Skywalk start, of around that little area there. I'm suspecting we'll see a sniper smuggled in for the Wazir kill. Run straight round. Well, drop the sniper, run straight round, and put a beak staff in that sort of briefcase. Brick law, and that's probably the extent of what we're going to see here. If I had to take a
Yeah.
guess, so the question might just be: I'm guessing both players are going to have thought the exact same thing. Question is, who pulls it off? Well, quicker, and more importantly, potentially, who pulls it off first time? Yeah, I'm going to see the standard isolation. Nezuko took the holy man down as well. Soviet not going to bother. Of course, he can't use his disguise anyway. Very nearly thought Soviet was going to have some instant restart there, but the holy man didn't hear any of that. Managed to get away with that, no problem. Back for his smuggle from the shoe shop. That'll be a trank or something along those lines. Yeah, I think that. I'm not sure what the Seeker's going to be for, actually. I can't quite sort of think what that would be useful for in this spin. Soviet has got a brick that will be picking up his snail, which will be for the Darwood isolation.
Yeah, not really much. It's a bit low heavy, of course. Pistol sniper rifle, you probably have to bring along unless you want to use the loud pistol, obviously. Of course, the gold brick is or snail, however, it's just basically mandatory over most Darwood kills. So yeah, it doesn't really take much away from standard loadout. Of course, Mumbai is on the maps that realistically with the isolation of the target, it's only with the snail you need to isolate all three targets. Of course, the brick is right where you isolate the maelstrom, which you just can just either subdue or just pick up a wrench near it. So it is very nice in that sense.
And Nezuko going for something interesting. So they've actually gone straight into the boathouse and is getting the beak stuff from there, not bothering with the briefcase.
You can just
Soviet is going to go for the big boy snail actually on Vanya. He will be able to hit all of her little posse. He can, won't be hit by it. Which I am surprised by because I'm not sure how he's going to deal with Darwood. He might just let Darwood.
yeah
Well,
do
I
beach
think
house also.
Darwood when he starts returning back as well, that does leave an opportunity.
I mean, again, if you're gonna do the beach house strat, there is a beak staff there. Something along the lines can be done. I think one of the guards inside heard it, so he's gonna come investigate. He might
But
have dragged that
it's a
guard there, so
servant.
yeah, should be getting away with it.
There's always a servant who comes out here. Is can normally obviously just change disguise, run towards him, drop something in front of him, something along those lines, and cease and desist, and he stops caring. This is so that isn't an option. Got everyone knocked out, tucked away in a bush. Yeah, I'm still I'm a little bit surprised they've opted to nail on. Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
automatically
didn't
you're still able to get Darwood down. Of course, you just don't have the easier option available. We just have to do the beach house clear out, which of course the beach staff on top of as well.
and we've just Nezuko has also just used a snail, but only on one of these guards. The other one was brought out and knocked out. They still opted to drag this guy anyway. I'm wondering
Uh,
Nezuko might be going for the fountain kill, and she goes to no, it's not a fountain, it's a pool or whatever. Yeah, Soviet looks like he might be going for the same beak staff.
I think he's just clearing this out, so he has thing to knock on the maelstrom. Does get the clog with the key, so I don't have to worry about crowbar on that door or anything. It's just gonna drag these thugs into here. And of course, just chain lure Dawood and his guards one at a time before knocking them out.
Yeah, and I'm guessing he. I can't actually remember seeing one of his loadout. I know Nezuko has one, but I'm guessing he has a silent pistol with him. Could use a loud pistol. There's plenty available. Or the barge security have them. Well, local security, as I believe they're actually placed an SMG right in front of his face, so that'll report to one of his bodyguards, and they should bring that in. Allow him to get on very easily. Zuko gonna miss the
Right,
fountain timing here.
just waste time knocking out that guard. Of course, you can just crowbar that door open if he has one available to him, but is just gonna miss the time, unfortunately. 5 minutes in, well, he's not be here.
This is looking very good for Soviet here. So he's got one guard there already. Gonna do this. Getting so much whoosh here. Oh, and Vanya's been found in that bush. I'm
Wow.
guessing those guards. I think pretty much all the guards in this map are, frankly, just completely massive pain. Including Darwood, where like they just will follow their VIP anywhere, regardless of dead or you could like triple seeker a guard, kill their target, and if you don't dump him, you drag him all the way over the other side of the map. Somehow find a way to still bring him out, find his body. It's really annoying. So costly rip for Soviet, but I mean it might not be super costly. Zuko still hasn't made too much progress. Has double good, not one target, but he's good at Rima. He could force her to come out this way, so he will be able to get this kill down. little bit of a scuffed way of doing so. That might be why he brought the Seeker, just as a backup in case he missed
Yeah.
this opportunity. I don't think he actually ever used a. I say he, sorry, I don't know. I'll go with they. But I don't know if they ever did the brick law. I believe they did. Darwood should still be in his tower. And a pistol kill is quite easy. You could just climb up the elevator shaft, get into like that sort of penthouse floor, and definitely an option. Yeah, so we're what are we? Just under 10 minutes into this spin now. Yuko's still on their first run, I believe, or maybe they had a very
Yeah.
quick restart. I don't think so though. And yeah, Soviets just had a rip 90 seconds ago. And yeah, will that prove to be costly is the question. It depends how well Nezuko infiltrate the tower to take down Dawood. Could still go for the brick law. It does work on one target, of course, but they have no snail available to them. Probably not the best shout. It's almost easier at that point to infiltrate the tower.
That's what it appears to be doing as well here. And the tower can be a bit daunting, so there's eyes everywhere, it seems. So it could prove a bit of a challenge here. Bovia, I'm guessing go for this now again. We'll miss it. Rima's gone way too far forward to try and get this off, I think. It's still gonna
Yeah,
go for it.
yeah, I feel like it probably would have been easier just to go for the standard isolation. Yeah, there's no reason to keep her over here. It doesn't really
Oh,
not going to work anyway. Yeah, it doesn't to me anyway. It doesn't seem like there's much reason behind snailing all those guys. Zuko just having some difficulty, just trying to cause some panic here to make getting into the shaft a bit easier. I mean, definitely could have just waited a few seconds and would have been fine, but in now, and that's all that matters. Needs to make sure when they come to leave that they all the panic is gone. And the other thing for Nezuko here is to make sure they hide all of the bodies, to be honest, or at the very least dump Darwood down the elevator shaft, because again, their guards will just look to like the very ends of the earth trying to find their VIP. Really irritating. It's very important to do so, so hopefully they know that as well.
what I find interesting. So it's the shot on the foot. I think it's like around the common myth that like the if you go the shortest distance, if you shoot the foot, you have to shoot them around the bottom of the back area around there from to go to all get when they get shot they fly the lowest distance compared to shooting the head flying they'll further shooting around their area. Again with their toes they will get flying they'll get sent flying as well. So if it just comes up in general, if you don't want them to get sent flying as much, you just shooting around the midpoint really, and that sends
And Nezuko definitely just gone for a safe approach here as well. That's what I want to really note. Yeah, it's actually worked out pretty well. I mean, definitely not going to be the quickest in-game time. 11 minutes already, and they've still got to wait for Darwood to sort of finish his upstairs cycle here. So probably be almost looking like probably 14 minutes or something like that by the time the kill is done and they're heading downstairs. But yeah, I mean, it works. I guess that's all you can say. Can't say there's anything wrong with this strat. It's clearly working, frankly. And if they keep this up as well, it will, of course, mean match point because they will be 2-0 up on Soviet. Uh, heading into bingo, I believe.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one. I think we're playing both, but I think it's non-lockout up first. I know you're a very big fan of bingo.
I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing a bit of bingo. I know I am as well, actually. It was good. I only played one game because I lost badly to Pidgey. But I can at least now say, was it at the time not an RR champ, but now is. So,
No shame in it.
I can take that as a big dub, yeah. And yeah, I mean, it was good fun, and hopefully we'll see more of that soon. But now this will be our fix of the action, and Nezuko go for a very risky early KO here on Dawood, and I'm not a fan of that, but managed
Put
to make
down,
it work.
yeah, you put down SMG chat to a card, and
Yeah,
so
it's
nice bit of
still
knowledge.
still so like not unnecessarily risky, but like just a little
Yeah,
bit risky, just waiting, because I really thought for a second that guy was turn the corner and cause mayhem.
this is the hardest bit now, getting out. Just distraction onto these again. Another panic. Bosses need to go back up the pipe, and once the exit really will be then enforced the area that he's in after this trying to run out. Purely based on the fact that the elevator and pipes are hostile, and everything else in the tower is only trespassing.
Yeah, and I was just having a quick look, so I don't actually believe, none of these guys actually took part in Hitman Bingo when it was hosted first time around, so assuming will be a first for both of these guys to play this.
Yeah, and a short enough and fun, bring it back. I was really disappointed in the summer roadmap where I did not see Bingo 2. So I will be in contact with my. They will be in.
Hmm.
But yeah, as you see, Nezuko exiting and by and taking that go lead, I'll take in Sasso Roulette and the season 3 Sasso race.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to leave you in charge of talking again while I just do all my admin stuff. What time was 11 past the hour, so I'm time to get everything ready. But yeah, again, I know you're quite the bingo fan, so
Yep.
hopefully
And
it is
yeah,
it's going to be a good one for you.
yeah, and as per your message, it is going to be in Hokkaido region. My favorite map, so it's all gone well here. My favorite map and favorite game mode in terms of non-lockout as well, which is just really fun to play in general. There's so much difference to it. We saw in our first tournament. It's the first time we've ever really encountered bingo as a game mode as a whole, really, and the difference in strategies every single map from every player. Like there was very little time where a player had the same strategy, and the good thing about like especially non-lockout is that you can claim the same tiles as your opponent. If you don't have much of a clue, look at what your opponent's doing and see what tiles they're marking off, and it gives you a rough idea of where they are on the map. If you see all their tiles go, they're reset. You can just play that a little bit easier, which does help quite a bit. But again, if you see them claiming quickly, something's happened, but you can always adapt to that and almost copy them really, and just hope they restart or something goes wrong. Of course, and the little throw off is that you have to be in green guns when claiming tiles. Um, so yeah. Very nice mode, especially non-lockout. It is first to 2 rows. You can claim any tiles you want, but if you do start, you you lose all your tiles, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I must admit, I think from watching Hitman Bingo the first time around, I couldn't quite make my mind up whether I preferred non-lockout or lockout. Uh, lockout almost looked more, maybe not more fun, but definitely more competitive, I would say, because
As as a player, I think playing wise, I prefer playing non-lockout, but like watching wise, I think lockout's better. I think the competitiveness that came with lockout was that you just race into a tile. And it just really helped that like if half tiles were on one side of the map and half tiles were on the other side, you almost like see where your opponent doesn't just go to the other side or something like that. And I think most common thing for me was when I played Randy and Wilton Creek, I just saw that he was on the other side of the map pure for what his tiles he was doing straight away. But unfortunately, I couldn't capitalize and you'll know what happened. But yeah, no, it was a lovely idea, Bingo. I loved it so so much, and it's good to finally see it back, and hopefully it gets more mainstream.
Going to send a quick DM over to Nezuko as well because they need to make sure they're on a default loadout. Of course, it needs to be some variant of the ICA 19 pistol, not fully automatic. Has to be. But I should probably specify not. Yeah, so it needs to be a non-fully auto ICA 19 pistol. As Soviet is using, he's just using base ICA 19. But he's opted for reskins for the fiber wire and the coins, which is also absolutely fine. So he's gone for the fish coins.
Yeah, it doesn't really
Nezuko is
matter.
changing, but just needs to get rid of that Krugmeyer as well. I do.
Yeah, and Hikaru is nice for really just pure fact that the heights don't really matter. Of course, starting in the sweet spot, the suite is such a common start because you just get Yuki straight away with that gondola kill immediately getting off of spawn, doing the lockdown and shooting the gondola, and she's dead really. And of course, there's so many tiles, quick tiles in and around the air like become Amos Dexter, become Jason Portman, down two TVs, Tampa with two bullet controls, both the bus and the IV drip as well. So there's so many tiles concentrating in specific areas in bingo. If you can immediately spot out a line which has which most of its tiles are just in one area, you're gonna be set really. And that's what main non-knockout bingo is about, is just spotting things first. That's that's what
Yeah,
it is
that's
really.
where my downside was. It has to be said. I wasn't. I'm not very good at reading tiles as quick as Pidgey as since he was my only opponent. But yeah, it's, in the moment is definitely not my specialty at all. Yeah, I mean we'll see the tiles. I mean again, I already know what they are. You know, I already know that I'm looking forward to it because why would you not be? Um, yeah, I mean it's bingo. I'm always going to be excited. Yeah, I'm hoping we get to see something of a spectacle here. Because bingo is brilliant. As is Gauntlet. I am enjoying it so far. I hope everyone else is who have taken part, spectated, casted, admin, anything. It's been good. But I'll give you now the bingo boards here. If you want to, obviously not read it out, but have a quick read over and let me know
Yeah.
where you'd be heading here because you did pretty damn good at bingo. So let me know your thoughts. There is some slight issues with the clipping of the bingo board. That is uh, sort of middle row is examine Portman's public patient journal, and the bottom row is interact with the operations control panel. They're just slightly cut off.
Straight away, really. So you collect three soda cans, become a chef, buy a can of soda, all very close together. Brought the propane flask, buy that cycle exit. It is pretty spread out. This, of course, both collect cleavers. One with the chef disguise, or the one in the restaurant at least. And Nezuko opted not to go for that Yuki first. Yeah, there's just lots of these are just very spread out and there's not like a line that just has or like two lines that form very quickly, which
Yeah, and Nezuko I know didn't play.
Welcome to Hokkaido 47.
Neither player played bingo. Nezuko has actually asked for clarification on the rules, which worries me slightly. They're not too sure. I hope they know that they have to complete it all in one run. Not sure what's happening here. Have I missed something interesting happening?
maybe it's just asking about the layout on the file. No, it's slightly different.
Ah, I see. Yeah, thanks In for Fun for posting him a working variant. Yeah, That's not gone brilliantly. He'll blame Curry as usual. Because it's always funny when we do, but reality is Curry's done a cracking job on overlays and websites and all that for the adminning. We can't complain too much, but it is still funny to hashtag blame Curry.
Yeah. And looking from this straight away, really, I've kind of like you look at like column 2 and row 5, collect 3 soda cans, collect both cleavers, start a fire, start the propane fast, buy a can of soda, you can match them with the collect 3 soda cans, call for assistance, the operations control panel, pacify someone with a fry pan. Aren't exactly the hardest. It's just that one tile that joins them together is what I suppose I would say the hardest one this entire map because the botulinum toxin, it's in a room in the hospital with 2 bodyguards in it, and it's hostile to pick up in whatever disguise. So, it's hard in that sense. Nezuko, I'm guessing going for that chef tile first.
So Soviet's just gone for the public patient journal. First tile. Not sure if they are unable to click that, so I might have to do them potentially. I'm not too sure. I'll have to ask. Quick DM. You press. That is not good. If so, I'll have to do that for him. I'll do the first one for him because I'm a nice guy. And yeah, let's see. I mean, Nezuko very much focused on getting a chef disguise here, but he's having issues getting a chef disguise. I mean, these guys are like permanent enforcers, which is always a pain. Not a fun disguise to grab. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do sort of double admin work here because I think I'm gonna have to keep an eye on Soviets for him and do files because as intended on mobile. I'm a chef for Nezuko, who I'm not even sure if they're able to press tiles.
Yeah, and he also become a chef and pacify someone with a frying pan. The 2 tiles done very nicely there. Of course, as I mentioned before, buy a can of soda and collect 3 soda cans are very close together. But there is a camera right over it, and that can be pretty on the hard side to knock out. Soviet, meanwhile, also does increase sauna temperature. So it looks like he will be going for that row 4, along with about the propane flask and patient, the one with the peace bat on. I don't know what other row or column he'll tie up with. Nezuko can. Now, having camera problems, we'll have to take out the evidence before being able to claim any more tiles.
Yeah, which I don't believe they will know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think either of these not going to matter anyway. What happened for Soviet there? Did he blow up a propane flask through the window?
Judging by the panic, I'm guessing so. I can quickly put that on a stream. Check. Having. Will that be with beam?
Soviet's just confirmed, so his is working, so he can do his own tiles from now on. I don't actually think Nezuko even knows the rule, fortunately. Yeah, I should probably DM them just to let them know. Thanks, just checked. Yeah, Soviet's good. I think he's
Yeah.
just going to wait out the kill here. I should probably. I don't know if I'm allowed to message Nezuko in the middle of a run to at least say that they need to throw in tiles. You are.
I think I think we did see it done with become a chef.
No,
That's how
that was me. That was me adminning.
um, yeah, go become yeah, knock out this chef here. Then of course I think grab the frying pan to do that tile as well. Nice. That since Soviet's going to take advantage of him doing that increased sauna temperature. Uh, kill Yuki. Of course, with that tower, it's basically almost a free kill on her. Like, and Nezuko up and hopefully Ryzen has to claim his own tiles.
That was me again
Um,
just before. I'm waiting for confirmation that they've read my message. I'll do my best, I guess, to for now. They've got yellow guns again.
Gone to pacify some of her frying pan as well, so that one off. Got the other chef. As you mentioned, there will have to go out take out cameras, which I think he's trying to head towards now. But of course, no key hackers with a 4-star loadout. And yes, over here, getting the patient disguise, so we'll have to get a police baton next, which is in that little security room off opposite these well, so we'll require a bodyguard or security guard disguise to grab.
And I'm hoping Nezuko is going to blow up this propane, but they have got yellow guns, so that out. And I can't do a single thing because I need to inform them. There is no other propane on the map. Yeah, that's going to be unfortunate for them. Will force a change of plan. Again, I've not actually heard anything from my DMs here. Guess we'll see what happens. Soviet is just going to get a normal security guard. Or
Yeah.
security is what it's called, which will allow him into the security room you mentioned to grab himself on. And he has pretty much any row, any diagonal, sorry, any column. Could pick another row, but it does seem unlikely. Now you have to grab.
Yeah. Column 5 does look quite nice with all the Zephyr in the incinerator, Jane stem cell pump quite close to each other, and of course the police bands you do now, resort staff and frying pan. Yeah, you can always partner them up really, but of course there is a free staff on the map. Just gonna have to do a bit of traversal here. Can jump over one of the reins there, so just gonna do that as well and come around this other side. Of course, this guys will have an enforcer in here. Shouldn't be an issue.
Pick the wrong door. I was going to say it's a 50-50.
So has to grab the beast bat on here. Can do a throw action into the other room here to get this. I think there's a box in there as well, yeah. So you can just do a throw action and box the guard. But I don't think anyone actually goes into that room anyways. So it could be fine. That's it.
Target down.
Duco, I'm guessing, did the sort increase soil temperature as well, in order to get Yuki where she is. We'll have to just leave her in there. No one should go in there. Only
Still
five
can't
seconds.
claim the towel for that because it is still yellow. Just inform them.
Yeah.
They're just going to restart. So they are typing back to me. Hope they
Oh
know
yeah.
that they tiles, but we shall see.
They're going to take out the cameras here as well. Very smart. While he can, just to avoid that further. Now he's got a full board left really to try and choose what he does. Um,
Yeah, they are also viewing the Big Brother mode very much broken, and I don't believe they saw the picture from on. Hopefully, I have informed them now, so hopefully they see that the picture exists. Yeah. Just wondering what Soviet is doing. I think he might just be flipping back and forth between the web link and the picture that Infofont provided. This isn't an ideal case, but obviously Gauntlet is just a test. This is something we can report to Curry. Has already been fact. Not me. They know how to do it themselves, and
I think so.
yeah,
Now just taking time to think about what he does next. Uh, Being for so long, of course, it is
yeah.
sensible. He can tell Nezuko is far behind with like what he's claimed in that. So we can perhaps that soon.
Yeah, I was going to say it's definitely not the best. I would have to say in terms of mobile experience these guys are sort of going with right now. I mean, worse things could happen, of course. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. It just means some flicking back and forth. There's quite a big rule set for bingo, and I'm guessing since neither player took part, they're not 100% sure on all the rules.
Yeah.
For example, Soviet, he held the soda can in his inventory. I'm hoping he realizes he also needs to keep all soda cans on him. He can't use one as a knockout, and then just get two more. You have to have all three in your inventory at the time of tile press. Bullet impact notice, which is going to be a little bit scary. Wants the frying pan, so I think we might be seeing him. Oh no, he's just going to go for a wander, apparently. Not entirely sure what Soviet is planning here. I thought it was the frying pan, and I thought it might be the fugu, if that's on here. I've not read the complete tile, I don't think it is.
It's not possibly soda cans or something along them lines, but at this stage, I don't really know really.
Nezuko-chan is gonna go for, I assume, dumping someone in the incinerator. Hopefully they don't turn the incinerator on. Oh, there we go. So the briefcase, of course, is just above them in the morgue. Well, technically 2 floors up from on the top level of the hospital, where Jason Portman goes. That's a pretty easy tile. Vacuum cleaner. There is only one vacuum cleaner, which is opposite the aquarium in the brown section. I believe is illegal in all disguises.
I'm pretty sure with vacuum cleaner, well, you can't do it unless you turn the plug. From when I serves me correctly. So yeah, if you don't see if you can't turn it on and you can't see the lead really with the instinct, yeah, it might be a bit stuck there. Yeah, Nezuko getting the wrong stem cell pump. Of course, have to go up here, one up here to do that tile. Yeah, doing a nice thing here. I do like what we're seeing. Nezuko here, of course, impossibly one of the best disguises on them to go into everything. It's gonna be heading away now from the thing and has possibly lost all the time for you.
So we can see Soviet is on something of a can collection. You can technically just buy the cans, not a problem. Just going to actually go
Uh,
and collect them manually.
so plain blend in as resort stuff while just changing to disguise. So I think he's found a different issue there. So he didn't actually blend in, just disguise and claim
Just
that. So I have to do that
uh,
again.
just typing that up. Send them a winking face instead of a smiley one. But yeah, they've been informed, so I've removed that tile. And they've been informed anyway that they actually complete a blend-in action. Soviet is going for a morgue doctor, so going for, I assume, Eva? I think they collected the one by the chefs. Yeah, that's both cleavers. Start a fire. I think there is there at least no one fire barrel up here. Sort of at the top of the garden. The handyman there at the start of the game. That's pretty much all I can remember. And I know Yuki will kill herself there after a smoke if you provide her with cigarettes.
Also, one by the helipad as well. Right next to that, really. It's in a bit of an odd location, but yeah, there is also one there.
Nezuko has just pacified someone with the baton. Soviet is also going to take out Eric Sodas while he's here. He's going to just use blank. Get that little flinch. Missed a few of these.
Yeah, there's a chair. But I think he's really underestimating the bottom, the toxin. Of course, it is up here where he's heading, but with these two bodyguards in here, and legal to pick up in any disguise could prove a bit of an issue, maybe. Of course, the other one is in Jason Portman's room. I think that serves as one as well in the locked cabinet. So we'll need guys. Either Jason Portman, yeah, director, I think.
And so it just had a bit of chaos to deal with there. So he's just goodbye. Use a coin to turn this guy.
Careful. It is, yeah, and there it is. It is illegal. Pick up. Just didn't spend that time beforehand to see that redaction next to it. So that's gonna be Soviet. Unfortunately, losing all of his tiles there, giving a bit of a lead to the
I'll do him a favor and I'll remove all of his tiles just so it lets him focus on playing the game. And yeah, as you said, always illegal. Could have just done with like one pistol distraction. He was picking up the disposable scrambler that is on the map. Question is, where are they planning on using that? Guessing they have somewhere in mind. Might be used to get into the. No, I'm not too sure actually. Collected 3 soda cans. Good.
yeah, and 3 tiles now, of course, not that far away. Of course, vacuum cleaner he is so close to, and of course, briefcase right near where Soviet grips, and then the stem cell pump on the other floor as well.
Soviet just realised, as you said, the locked cabinet for Jason Portman is one he can't get into because it is default loadout, meaning he doesn't have a crowbar or lockpick. And again, Nezuko is trying to actually poison the stem cells. I don't know if they are planning to actually use this as a kill opportunity by draining the cell pump. That is an option. Shall see. Yeah, I mean, it's normally pretty free to drain the stem cell pump as long as you get the timing right. Yeah, we're 20 minutes in here. Soviet with an unfortunately timed rip left him quite far behind.
This point just locking him out of his own room as well. So it's gonna be a bit of an issue, of course. As soon as you're on there, you're unfortunate. It's really basically impossible to go past and knock out. Duke, I'm guessing it's just trying to focus the Yuki kill next. I'm pretty sure the bodyguards allow him that room anyways. So crowbar just there, but yeah, a bit of noise with the Hokkaido sliding doors. You want to keep one open, you just put an iron down that will stop it from showing.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't actually has claimed the tile to increase the sauna temperature, but I'm guessing that's not a tile they're going for. Opted to claim it anyway. Soviet, pretty annoying timing on Portman again. Does Portman drop a key or something for his
No.
cabinet? I was going to say, I didn't.
I'm guessing,
So.
or he could possibly equip the disguise or something, yeah, to either make the navigation a bit easier or what. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Of
mean, it
course,
would allow him access to the hospital as long as he meets up with the doctor. Well, you don't have to meet up with her, you just have to wait for the announcement anyway. There you
okay,
go.
now Zuko has, of course, Yuki down. He'll be going past all the other tiles. Has he done the blended end resort stuff again?
Uh, I don't actually know,
I haven't I've seen him. I don't think he has. Don't know if he's measured or what. Just looking for the briefcase now. Of course, there it is. Of course, now it has to see an item in it. So that's going to be only a couple tiles left for Nezuko. As we're around just halfway, as we pass the halfway mark.
Yeah, in fact, I'm checking the VOD as well.
Sounds like my cue waffling on then, basically. Yeah, I'm guessing, well, it looks for he's going to go down to the vacuum cleaner now. Of course, then we'll just need the drain cell pump. And then the resort staff, again, if he hasn't done it. Thankfully, resort staff isn't the hardest of things to get, as we saw. Vacuum is going to be a bit of an issue here. As you can see, we'll need to turn that plug right next to him to do it. But it's going to run straight past it, however. So I don't know where he is going next. Possibly to get another resort staff disguise or what?
Infa's just confirmed as well. Six minutes ago, he did indeed blend in as a result. Nezuko grabbed a rat poison here as well, which will allow them to drain the stem cell pump.
You don't need a poison to do it though.
Well,
Just
it
need.
will allow no, but it will allow him to get a kill because even though it's not
Oh
a
yeah,
lethal poison, it does still kill Eric Soda. So maybe it's just that they wanted to combo both of those things. But again, they still have the vacuum cleaner to worry about, and I really do mean worry about because it is not as easy as it sounds. Trust me, because as I said, it is illegal regardless of disguise, and there is two guys who sit right behind it, hiding the bodies of the doctor, which is smart because the lady will come down here. I think anyway, you don't sort of kill them manually. He's going to do it manually anyway, I think. Hopefully, he doesn't claim this tile yet because it is too early.
going this way
Uh,
round. I'm guessing he doesn't know about the other way through. I don't think the bodyguards even allow up here. So these guards here will stop them from end.
I'm not sure where they're going here because yeah, the bodyguard is trespassing inside the actual self. Needed to just take the little shortcut as you mentioned, sort of at the back of the morgue with that little back alley. Is the only way to get to that in the bodyguard disguise, and not unless he wants to go and get like a doctor or a surgeon disguise, but a little long-winded. And yeah, I'm not sure where they're off. No, not unless they just want to get the vacuum cleaner done first. Too sure. Back downstairs, heading towards the vacuum cleaner anyway. Maybe going to choose. I really hope they look at the prompt beforehand because yes, it is. And the power on. That is the power on, so that is part one done. Yeah, I've seen it's in a action. So be careful.
Right. Yeah, all these eyes around. Just has to wait for the staff and guard them to go back to how they were. Go away, I guess.
Very nicely done.
Oh, God, even though I know it's safe, the first two give me a bit of panic because you never know where the head turns. It would have been a lot safer to possibly just do it, without the coin extraction. Now just need to go kill Solids and that will be in the Pico chat. Taking it. Of course, nothing really that can go wrong. I say in a worried
Yeah, I mean,
voice
I was going
because
to
you
say
never
that,
know.
that woman's just left, which means it should be very, very safe. this will be the kill as well. So yeah, looking very good, has to be said.
2 rows done now for Nezuko-chan. Sodas will be dead now. So runs the snowmobile Alexa, and that'll be Nezuko done. And taking Hokkaido.
That's both targets.
As in say, unless anything crazy happens, onto the exit. Like game indeed. There is confirmation from my admin menu. That is Nezuko-chan taking non-lockout bingo on Hokkaido, and will be taking the match as well. 3-0 in the series. With what has to be said was, again, perhaps not the quickest on necessarily any of the rounds, but definitely by far the safest, and that is what's paid off today. And I like that choice. It's definitely a wise one. Yeah, I mean that's all I've got to say really. It's definitely just the safe call, but has worked out to be the right call, and yeah, deserved victor for that reason.
Soviet just didn't like how he unfortunately get going. All of his things, of course, got stuck a lot on the buy in the Drury speed run. So Rubert had an unfortunate grip in the Bunny getting fouled. Now had that really unlucky rip with pick up the toxin legal action. He know.
It is any suit start. Yeah, it just has to be default loadout. You can start anywhere, technically. Not required, but indoor. Find the morgue map there. I don't even think of where. Is there even any other suit ones? Oh, the
Restaurant.
restaurant. Yeah. Oh, always forget about the restaurant. Oh, yeah, the spa is like the worst thing. Like,
No, I don't. I wouldn't say stars that bad. Out of all the suit stars, it's definitely the worst. Benefits.
but yeah, I mean, this was. I'll just go to the brackets real quick, but I mean, not much to show, other than an update, I guess, to anyone who hasn't been in the Discord. Mika has had to forfeit their semi-final to Chris due to scheduling concerns. So we'll have a Chris versus Observer final, which is already scheduled
Oh,
for Sunday evening. Third place match, I believe, is potentially in the works, but maybe also might not be happening. We're not too sure as of yet. But upcoming games, just discuss those there. And this, of course, was just a show match as well, not in the actual tournament itself, because it was an 8-player tournament. But yeah, they still put on a good show, and yeah, good watch.
very good, especially Nico. Again, didn't have the greatest strats, but adapted to what he saw, and from something that looked like he never played bingo, did very well in the first thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, unless you've got anything else to add, I think we're going to be done here for the evening. Yeah, it's been quite a long one actually. It's been a pretty long game overall, considering it was just a 3-0 game. But yeah, it's been a good watch. And yeah, unless you've got anything else to add, I think we'll head over and raid Corey, because I've just seen he is live. So we can go and bully him for having a bingo card that doesn't work on mobile. And yeah, we'll catch you guys for the next one.